Most teams in 2026 are still stuck picking just one AI model, and it's quietly costing them thousands of dollars every single month. Yup, one model can be up to 100 times cheaper than another. Another model just doubled its price, but they are out here claiming it actually lowers your total cost. Meanwhile, big players like Microsoft aren't even choosing anymore. They're routing. Because the game has already changed. And the winners aren't picking the best model anymore. They're building smart systems that choose the best model for each specific task. And if you're not doing that yet, man, you're probably overpaying, underperforming, or both. Alright, let's break it down. Currently, the most relevant coding benchmark for real engineering work is SWE-bench Pro. It's not some toy test. It throws actual GitHub issues at the model, multi-file changes, real repos, the whole mess. From what Anthropic has reported and independent analysis from places like Vellum, Claude Opus 4.7 is sitting around 64%, while GPT-5.5 is hovering at about 58 to 59%. That 5 to 6 point difference might not sound like much, but at scale, it means fewer failed patches, fewer retries, and way lower engineering costs. Now, for DeepSeek V4 Pro. Various outlets have cited a score of around 55% on SWE-bench Pro. But it is critical to flag this clearly. That figure comes from DeepSeek's own internal evaluation, not independent testing. The independently confirmed figure is 80.6% on SWE-bench verified. Reported by both the BuildFastWithAI independent review and the Artificial Analysis Intelligence Index. That is a strong result. But SWE-bench verified and SWE-bench Pro are different tests. Always compare like for like. But here's where a lot of teams mess up. They treat these benchmarks like a sports leaderboard. Oh, this model is number one, so we'll just use it for everything. It's not that simple. Not even close. See, there are actually two very different kinds of AI coding work. The first one is code-based reasoning, which includes PR reviews, bug fixing, understanding large multi-file codebases. And the second one is execution workflows, running terminal commands, DevOps pipelines, orchestrating tools and agents. From the data we have, Claude Opus 4.7 tends to crush it in code-based reasoning and structured edits. GPT 5.5, on the other hand, is stronger in execution-heavy stuff, especially terminal-style agent work. For example, on terminal execution benchmarks, GPT 5.5 is hitting around 82%, while Claude lags noticeably behind in that category. So the real question isn't which model is better at coding? It's what kind of coding work are we actually routing to it? Get that wrong and you're either paying premium prices for mediocre output, or getting great output way slower and more expensively than you should. When it comes to pure reasoning benchmarks like GPQA Diamond, the frontier models are now interestingly close. According to third-party aggregators like Artificial Analysis, Claude Opus 4.7 is at 94%, GPT 5.5i at low to mid-90s, and DeepSeek V4 Pro is at 88–89%. At this point, reasoning is no longer the main differentiator. So the decision moves to cost, reliability, and how well it actually fits our workflow. All the big models now support up to 1 million tokens. But how well they actually perform inside that giant context window varies a lot. OpenAI shared that GPT 5.5 basically doubled its long context retrieval performance, jumping from around 36% to 74% on MRCR-style benchmarks. That's a massive improvement for RAG systems, document-heavy pipelines, or large code agents. It directly affects hallucination rates, retrieval accuracy, and overall system reliability. DeepSeek takes a different route. Their V4 architecture is built around compute efficiency with hybrid attention, which helps keep costs way down at scale. Again, different strengths, different trade-offs. Most people just look at the pricing page. Big mistake. List prices look like this. GPT 5.5, $30 per million output tokens. Claude Opus 4.7, $25 per million. DeepSeek V4, ridiculously cheaper, often 30x to 100x depending on the tier. But real cost? That depends on token usage, retry rates, failure rates, latency, and how good your prompts are. Some tests show GPT 5.5 actually uses fewer output tokens on coding tasks. Claude can be a bit more verbose, but you can usually fix that with better prompting. Bottom line, cost isn't a property of the model. It's an outcome of your entire system. DeepSeek V4 is one of the biggest cost disruptors right now. It can save companies an absolute fortune. But here's the trade-off. Their managed API is primarily hosted under Chinese jurisdiction. For a lot of enterprises, that raises serious compliance and data governance red flags. So the decision usually comes down to, in a heavily regulated environment? Might not be viable. Have a strong infra team? Self-hosting becomes very attractive. Just need to run high-volume, cost-sensitive workloads? Then it's hard to beat. This is the part that tells you where the industry is really heading. Microsoft has already moved to a multi-model architecture inside Copilot. According to their own announcements and reporting from Reuters and GeekWire, they use OpenAI's GPT models to generate the first response, then bring in Anthropic's Claude models in a critique layer to check for accuracy, completeness, and citation quality. They've even introduced a counsel system that lets multiple models compare outputs side by side. Even Microsoft isn't betting everything on one model anymore. So what are the top-performing AI teams actually doing? They route intelligently. Code-based reasoning? Go with Claude Opus 4.7. Execution-heavy agents? Go with GPT-5.5. High-volume, cost-sensitive work? Go with DeepSeek V4, and lightweight stuff? Go with smaller, faster models. On top of that, they build proper systems with smart routing layers, with LangGraph, CrewAI, etc. Tool abstraction via Model Context Protocol (MCP), and memory layers with vector databases. But in production, latency, uptime, and fallbacks matter more than benchmarks. Reliability beats scores. The real AI shift isn't better models. It's better systems. Cloud taught us cost becomes chaos without planning. Agentic AI will repeat that, maybe 10x faster. As systems go agentic, cost can't be an afterthought. Today's best model could be tomorrow's bottleneck. That's why multi-model routing isn't optional. It's how you stay fast and in budget. Dear friends, if you found this useful, like and hit subscribe. And comment on what kind of AI system are you building.